From Ben Johnson Enjoyer, he asks, would you hire Jon Gruden to be the next head coach? Welcome to Bears Now. This is our mailbag episode. I've had some people DM me and ask in the chat all that stuff about Gruden. Look, Gruden's an alpha, no doubt about it. I think he would bring more toughness to this team. But is he actually that good? And I think it's fair to ask because after taking 10 years off after his Tampa tenure ended in 2008, he came back and wasn't that good. I get it was getting a little better, but I don't think anyone thought when he resigned, got fired, whatever you want to call it, after the emails leaked, that the Raiders were turning some major corner. I don't think that was a common thought. I mean, the Bears crushed him in his last game. It was 7. I think it was 20-9, but it was not that close. So yeah, I think Gruden's fine, but I'm not that interested, number one. Two, I don't think the Bears are the franchise to hire Jon Gruden. They're very much a progressive franchise. Are they the team to give Gruden a second chance? I doubt it. I think a team, I don't know, would Jerry Jones give him a chance? That seems more likely. Someone like that in terms of Jon Gruden. And I'm not against him getting back in the NFL. If he can get a job, good for him. But he wasn't that good in his last tenure with Vegas, and I just don't think the Bears would do it. So I think it's, I don't want to say it's a waste of time to talk about, but I think it's so unlikely that he's not going to be someone I'm focusing on. Would you guys hire Jon Gruden? Type H for hire or P for pass. Let us know in the comment section down below. Would you hire Jon Gruden? Give us your thoughts. DC Viper, has the defense made a U-turn and started to regress? The past defense is like Swiss cheese lately. I do think it's taken a step back. I also think that, and I think this has shown over time, and look, obviously you play better teams, it doesn't look as good, but it's kind of the story of the Eberflus defense. He suffocates bad offenses, and good offenses and good offensive coaches kind of pick them apart. Last week, let's be real. I know you held him to 20. Jordan Love threw an awful pick in the red zone. And Matt LaFleur, for some reason, went for a 4th and goal at the 6, and Love scrambled and came up short. At minimum, that should have been 6 more points, which would be 26-27 because they went for 2 the one time. Let's say they just kicked there. That's 27. Really, it's probably 10 more points because if he doesn't throw that pick and hits the guy in the chest, it's probably a first down. So you're talking about you give up 30 points. So we'll see. We'll see how he performs against the Vikings. But, yeah, this defense has kind of just been all right recently. From Everett, if Harrison owned the Bears, would you do anything go? Oh, what would you do? Anything goes? I mean, no, nothing. I wouldn't do anything goes, but I would hire the best football people I could, and I would let them run the team. Obviously, I would have input on things, but I would let my football people make the decisions. And if they're not good enough, then you go get new people. That's how it should be. If you're watching the Jets, right, and I will say this, at least George McCaskey doesn't pretend to be a football guy. The problem is he doesn't hire the right guys. That's been the issue. And he had Ted Phillips for 40 years, for example. But Woody Johnson is just hijacking the Jets operation, and it's a train wreck. You don't want that out of your owner. You don't want Jerry Jones out of your owner having full GM responsibilities. It just doesn't work. It does not work. So that would be the way I would operate. I think I'm a football person in comparison to a George McCaskey, so I think I would have a better idea of who to bring in. But I would bring people in and I would let them do their jobs. That's how I would own a football team. Subscribe to Bears Now. We got videos all year long, including these mailbags, which we answer every Monday and Thursday at 4 o'clock Central Time. So subscribe and join us for those as well. Tristan Morgan, am I the only one that thinks if the Bears go on a tear, we should still fire Flus and hire Thomas Brown? We cannot run Flus back no matter what. I'm kind of with you. I would not bring Matt Eberflus no matter what. Now, I guess if they made the playoffs and won a playoff game, would I have to at least be open-minded to it? Sure, but I've seen so many red flags, and not just even the wins and losses, but just the process, the doubling down on some bad decisions. It's coaches made bad calls. The good ones, though, call themselves out bad call there. Shouldn't have done that. Should have taken a timeout. He doesn't do that. So, yeah, I'm kind of with you, Tristan. Like, it would have to be astronomical. Like, something would have to change so drastically for me to even be open-minded to that at this point. Bill Nees, do you think Brisker will play another game as a Bear again? Love him as a player. He is great, but he keeps getting injured. I don't think he'll play this year. I think he will come back next year, but I think he's one concussion away from his career likely being over because even if he wants to keep playing, no team is going to give him like long-term deals. Now, maybe he can sign one-year deals with teams or sign deals where the team is protected in case of head injury, but this just feels like his career is in jeopardy. So I think they shut him down the rest of the year, and I think he'll come back next year. He'll try to play, but I do think if you're the Bears, the good news is Elijah Hicks played pretty well. You got to enter the season assuming Brisker's going to miss time because that's just the reality of the situation. Today's show is sponsored by Mando. Fellas, the Mando products are going to hide that BO by up to 72 hours, depending on the product you use. And even this just disposable deodorant wipes will have you covered for 24 hours. And I don't know about you, but maybe you're someone whose balls stink after you go on a run or play a round of golf or whatever the case may be. You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to go work out and then meet your buddies at happy hour before you take a shower and they're like, who the hell is this guy? Why is he smelling like this? No, go Mando and smell better immediately. Trust me, these products were created by a doctor who saw firsthand how normal BO was being misdiagnosed and mistreated, and they fixed it. They added this product, and it was absolutely fantastic. Different scents as well that you can check out. Different products. You got the body cream. You got the deodorant. You got the wipes, which I think are just the easiest. The ones on the right part of your screen right there because you just wipe yourself down from head to toe, throw them out. You are good to go. Take advantage of our deal today with code CHAT. ShopMando.com. Code CHAT gets you $5 off the starter pack, which is basically 40% off. Comes with 4 products, including the solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like Midi Body Wash and deodorant wipes, for example. And you get free shipping. Use code CHAT at ShopMando.com. Go check them out today. We appreciate you guys. Code CHAT to get started. Jacob Stark, if we get a top 15 pick, would you trade back one round and add another second-round pick? Would you do that? I want to pick in the first round. Now, I'm open to trading down and adding more capital, but I would still want my first pick to be in the first round. Could you trade from 13 to 20 and add like a third-round pick? Sure. Like I'd be very open to that, but I want to pick in the first round. You need premium players, so you're already going to have 3 picks in the first 2 rounds, so that's what you need to be doing. Owen Harris, if you could have anyone in the draft, who are you taking? I mean, I guess Will Campbell, the LSU left tackle. Some thinks he could be even better at guard. Maybe you start him at left guard as a rookie, and then if you want to make him your left tackle, you kick him out there after that, let Braxton Jones go after next year. He's got 1 more year left on his rookie deal. So I guess Will Campbell, I have to do a deeper dive. I know it's a pretty good trenches class on both sides of the ball, but that would, I guess, be the top guy. I like Kelvin Banks. He hasn't played his best ball the last few weeks, but he's pretty good as well. Obviously going to do a lot more homework over the next several months. It's Vikings week. You know what to do. Get the F minis in the chat. F Minnesota. We'll see if the Bears can, turn Sam Darnold into a full pumpkin because that's what he's been historically. So get the F Minnesotas going. Marcus, big game for JJ and Stevenson this week. Yeah, we got if you're watching live, we got our preview episode coming up, and the Bears need a big Jalen Johnson performance. I did not think he had his best game last week, and not just because he fell down on that one. Fluky things happen, but he's probably going to be guarding Justin Jefferson a lot. So he's going to have to hold his own there, and Stevenson's going to get stuck on him too. I expect the Terrell Smith rotation to continue. Eric Washington hinted as much. He's been trending up. Reek is kind of just flatlined here. So I expect both those guys to get opportunities and, ride the hot hand. Who's ever playing better, put them out there. So, the secondary, big challenge with Jetta and obviously Jordan Addison as well. Owen Harris, no defensive head coach. This is why we'll always be bad. Yeah, I want an offensive guy. Now, are there exceptions? I mean, Mike Vrabel's has a defensive background. He's more of a CEO. If you go that route, you got to nail the coordinators. So, yeah, I mean, ideally, you get a high level offensive guy who calls the plays. Like Ben Johnson, he's at the top of my list for a reason. Abdullah, we got this. Vikes and Darnold will be overwhelmed. Bears D will get at least 2 turnovers. I think you're going to have to get 2 takeaways to win this game because one has not been getting the job done. So probably going to have to get 2 and win that way. All right, give us a follow on social media at HGramNFL on Twitter and on Instagram. That is where you can find me on social. DMs are wide open. If we didn't get to your question, fire away over there. Appreciate the love and support, not only here on YouTube, but on our social media platforms as well.